Drop to the floor. We are running a continuous 6-minute clock, and your physical execution starts right now. Lock in. This diagram shows the hollow body position. To build a structurally sound base, create a straight line connecting your shoulder, hip, and ankle. If your hips sag, that line collapses. The load instantly shifts away from your core, concentrating heavily on your lower back. The clock is secondary. Your primary objective over these 6 minutes is to maintain strict structural integrity as the physiological stress builds. Phase 1. Set up in a standard forearm plank to begin the first active block. Drive your elbows actively into the floor. This action pushes your upper back slightly toward the ceiling, locking your shoulder blades into a stable, protracted position. Establish a rhythmic, controlled breathing pattern right now. Steady oxygen delivery is your primary defense to delay early central nervous system fatigue. Master this static, neutral alignment. You need this solid foundation to survive the asymmetrical variations coming next. Shift the load. Pivot your entire structure onto your right forearm and stack your feet to narrow your base of support. You are now fighting lateral instability. Gravity is constantly pulling your center of mass down toward the floor. Counter it by actively engaging your obliques. Continuously drive your right hip upward toward the ceiling to maintain a rigid line. Forcing your body to hold against asymmetrical gravity exposes hidden weaknesses, building symmetrical durability. Switch sides. Roll directly onto your left forearm, mirroring that exact lateral hold. You will feel this faster. The fatigue from the right side compounds, making the left side significantly harder to sustain. Notice the localized burning sensation. That is simply a neurological indicator that you are achieving maximum muscle fiber recruitment. It does not mean your system is failing. Enduring equal tension on both lateral planes prevents the physical imbalances that eventually cause structural injuries. Now push up into a high plank. Fully extend your arms and ensure your wrists are locked directly under your shoulder joints. Straightening your arms extends the lever of your body. This alters the physics of the hold, shifting the load higher up across your abdominal wall. If your lower back starts to flare up, briefly elevate your hips and squeeze your glutes. This resets the alignment and bypasses the body's natural pain response loop. Constantly changing the angle of leverage forces your midline to adapt to new stress profiles, building dynamic capacity rather than just static strength. Let's introduce motion. Slowly lift one hand to tap the opposite shoulder, then place it back down. Alternate sides. The primary error to avoid here is allowing your hips to rotate or sway side to side as your arm moves. This diagram illustrates the true objective, locking in a fixed horizontal plane across the pelvis. Your central axis must remain completely rigid, while your upper support structures are continuously compromised. Functional core capacity is proven right here, by maintaining absolute internal stillness while your extremities are in motion. Final phase. Drop back down to a foundational forearm plank. Hold this uninterrupted. You are entering heavy fatigue. At this stage, your brain is programmed to transmit panic signals, urging you to stop long before the physical muscle tissue actually fails. Override that urge. Stop thinking about the clock and hyper-focus on executing micro-adjustments. Retuck your pelvis. Push your elbows down. Keep your breathing steady. Pushing through this specific threshold of total exhaustion is the exact trigger that forces your body to adapt. Time. Drop your knees to the floor and sit back into a restorative spinal stretch. The active stress phase is complete. Pay attention to the biological feedback happening right now. That is the sensation of a deeply fatigued but fully activated central nervous system. To yield permanent structural changes, this biological stress cycle must be repeated. You need to run this 6-minute block every 24 hours. Consistent, exact execution of this highly controlled system is your foundation for long-term physical durability and injury prevention.